name is Grant and I'm going to report the news about the Black Death. A large amount of people are dying every day about a strange death. When the people got sick, they started coughing up blood and they had strange black spots on their skin. Medieval doctors thought that disease was a punishment from God. People thought that God was punishing them for being too vain and doing things like bathing and changing clothes. So people stopped bathing and changing clothes to avoid the punishment from God for sin. In 1347, a ship sailing the Black Sea landed in Italy after trading with Sicily. When the ship docked, most of the sailors on board were dead and covered in large black sores on their bodies. Other sailors on board were coughing up blood and were very weak and sick. The disease spread so easily because sailors from one country sailed across the waters bringing goods and diseases with them. Medieval doctors used different ways to drive out the disease. Medieval doctors believed that bad odors could drive out the diseases, so doctors covered the sick person in urine and dung. It did not have to be the sick person's urine and dung. It could be anyone's urine and dung. People usually died 2 to 4 days after getting the disease. There are so many people dying so fast. The bodies were just getting piled up around the city. The city was so full of dead bodies, urine, and dung-covered people, and people who refused to bathe. It was just a perfect place for a disease and rats. Rats run wild through the city, running through piles of dead people and biting the living. Rats, fleas, and people all live together. Rats and fleas would bite people, transferring the disease. People then coughed up blood, spreading the disease over and over until millions of people were dead. It is estimated that 200 million people lost their lives to now what we know as the Black Plague. Now let's go to Logan for the weather.
Thanks, Grant. Well, the weather here in Sicily has been quite unpredictable for the last few weeks. We've had major cold fronts of sickness and disease when we've had storms of black bumps and coughing. Now, we've had many cases and reports of wildfires in houses and in the woods. There've been wildfires all over the place lately. Wait, I got a pigeon coming. Well, we got a note. It says, well, the wildfires, the wildfires have actually been on purpose to burn down houses that are not being used and to create new land, and also to burn the dead people that have died from this very unpredictable plague. Now, I want you to be on the lookout for rats, fleas, and coughing and sickness through the next few weeks. It's going to get very intense through the rest of Europe, and it just might get out of hand. Thanks, Grant.
Hello, peasants. I'm news reporter Parsa B, bringing in a special guest. PWP, Peasants with Plague.
My name is Asparagus.
Okay, Asparagus, how do you feel?
I feel wonderful. I mean, seriously, I'm dying and you ask me how I feel? Who do you think you are?
Well, sorry, sir, but do you really think that I'm educated? I mean, really, I'm a news reporter. I only make like 7 lira an hour, minimum wage, so don't be talking. Anyway, how did you get the plague?
I don't know. These are ancient and primitive times here. We barely even know not to drink poison.
That's just swell, my friend.
I'm not your friend. You come here and insult me and then call me your friend?
I never insulted you. And you know what? I don't think you need any friends because you're dying. And if you have no friends, then you'll have nothing to lose.
Hey!
Well, that's all, guys. Have a nice day. If you can live that long, that is. At least try to go for 3 or 4 more hours. Well, actually, 3 or 4 days. In fact, now that I think about it, you'll probably die in that time. So make it 2 to 3 days.
Breaking news. Currently there's an all-low in crime rate in Sicily. The crime rate was 67.9, but now it has dropped to a surprising -0. Mainly because all the criminals died. But this is currently the safest place to live. For now. This just in. We have currently received that news that Sicily has fallen to the plague. The city is no longer a great place to live because it is covered in peasant corpses and sickness. Uh-oh.
And that concludes the daily news about the Black Plague. Have a nice day, if you survive.